Hello Sci-Fish community, and welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to have another tank review for y'all. So I'm going to be reviewing the Odjet 279E, or the Odjet 279 Early, the tier 10 premium / reward tank that just came out today. If you completed 10 out of the 12 ops that you needed to complete it, you would got this tank for free. I wish I did. If you completed 1 month, you get it for 10%. Every month that you completed it, you got it for 10% off. Okay, so I'm also going to be comparing the Odjet 279E to the IS-4. Why to the IS-4? It's because I wanted to compare it to a Russian Heavy, and there ain't really no better Russian Heavy to compare it to, because it's the same gun, and Wargaming PC says, in their video when they were releasing this tank, they're like, the Odjet 279E is most comparable to the IS-4 of Russian heavy tanks. And so, yeah. Alright, so the Odjet 279E is on the left side and the IS-4 is on the right. So the 279E has the more horsepower at 850, which also gives it the better horsepower to ratio at 14.17, but the IS-4 has a faster top speed of 43 kilometers and faster reverse speed at 14, and the fire chance is about the same at 15%. So they're about the same speed, but the 279E has a little bit more better engine because horsepower to ratio is kind of nice to have. Alright, next I'm going to be comparing the gun. Like I said before, the IS-4 and the Odjet 279E had the same identical gun. The IS-4 is on the right and the 279E is on the left. The IS-4 actually has a faster reload at 12 seconds compared to the 279E at 12.60 seconds. The 279 has a faster rate of fire at 2.6 seconds, and the accuracy is the same on both tanks at 0.38, but the dispersions on the 279 is actually better. Max elevation and gun depression is better on the IS-4 on 1 degree. The gun depression on the 279 is 5 degrees, which is terrible. You'll see it in the replay, I think you will. Yeah, either way, 5 degrees of gun depression on this tank, because it's so tall, it's 5 degrees is sucky. But 6 degrees on the IS-4 makes it really nice. So, that's enough for the gun. Now we move on to tracks. The 279 is on top and the IS-4 is on bottom. They both have the same rotation speed at 26 degrees a second, but the IS-4 actually has a better terrain resistance because the lower numbers actually better. But for the third one, which I think that is soft ground, the 279 actually is better on soft ground. I'm pretty sure soft ground is either hard ground, but it's more than likely soft ground. But anyway, that's the tracks. Now we move on to the turret. The 279 is on the top and the IS-4 is on the bottom. They both have the same view range of 400 meters. But the 279 actually has a better rotation speed on its turret at 24 degrees a second compared to the IS-4, 22 degrees a second. Yeah. And that's it. Alright, so next I'm going to be doing the concealment and the view range and signal range. So don't worry about the 24 and the 92 because that is only changed by consumables, equipment, and camouflage. And there's one more. Forgot. I keep forgetting the third. But and skills and perks. Okay, so the IS-4 and the 279E actually has the same stationary, moving, view range, and signal range. So signal range at 720, pretty average for tier 10. View range is 400, again average. Stationary for concealment is 0.12 while stationary and 0.6 while moving. 0.06 while moving. So not that good of a camo. Alright, now we're going to move on to the ammunition of the IS-4 and the 279E. So the IS-4 and the 279E actually gets the same kind of ammunition because it gets the same gun. It gets armor piercing for its standard, heat for its premium, and high explosive for its high explosive. It has 258 millimeters of standard penetration with 440 damage. Premium penetration on its heat is 340 millimeters of penetration, which is also 440 alpha damage. And high explosive has a damage of 530, and high explosive has a damage penetration of 68. Alright, now we move on to the armor. So the 279E actually has 330 millimeters of armor at the front of the turret. A small point. But 279E actually has 2,400 hit points, and IS-4 has 2,500. So the 279E's armor at the front is very complicated, as you can see right here when it's going through. There's like different layers. Higher you go up on the frontal hull of the armor, less penetration you're gonna need. It differs in like 60 millimeters of armor. 60 millimeters of penetration is the difference. So yeah, that's about the armor. IS-4 is in the top left. Nothing much else to say. And that's it. Alright, we're in our 279E on Mrufka Encounter Battle, and I'm also platoon with Gun in his 279E. So if you've been playing any today at tier 10, you've noticed there are a lot of 279Es in the matchmaker because everybody's trying to play the tank, the brand new tank. And so yeah, basically Odget 279, and we're gonna go left because Gun started going left, and I just followed him. Pretty much exactly what happens. And as you can see, there are 4 279Es on the enemy team. And oh yeah, artillery is your enemy in this tank. It really is. You get hit by artillery, it sucks. It really does. So the auto-loading artillery, which is the Batchat 58, is on the enemy team. Remember, he's an autoloader that has a 4-shot clip. A 4-shot clip. Yeah, if it penetrates you, it'll do 1,100 damage. So yeah, you can see things there now. You can see problems. Odget 279, he actually carries 40 rounds of ammunition, which is actually 10 rounds better than the IS-4 does. And there's one shot on us by the artillery. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but the 279E doesn't have a lower plate. It has 4 tracks instead of a lower plate. So you can basically like pop your tank on a ridge line, and basically it's like, hey, no lower plate. They can basically not pin you there. Like pop your tank up. Like with other tanks, it would fail because they would just have an easy shot in your lower plate. But with this tank, you have no lower plate, and just makes your armor super strong. If you get what I'm talking about. Shut up, PlayStation. So now we're fighting a 277 and two 279Es. I'm actually firing standard because I want to do a video on this tank to figure out to tell y'all where to fire armor piercing with this tank. You don't need to fire gold while fighting this tank. As you can see, both of those 279Es are both firing premiums, and they still can't penetrate us. But we're firing standard, but we can most of the time. No matter what round you fire in the 279E, it's not really going to reliable go through the armor You just gotta aim for the weak points. See, there's one easily weak point. Shoulder plate when he's angled. But right below the gun where I just hit is actually a weak point. Sometimes you'll penetrate, sometimes you won't. Also, the cupola is also a weak point, but you need it. It's 200 millimeters on the front of the cupola, but it's flat. So you gotta hit it perfectly flat to penetrate the cupola. Also, when you're face hugging one of these, just aim down on the tank. Aim low as far. If you're face hugging this tank, and anything except for Object 279E that has a better gun depression, just aim down low, as low as you can get it, and you will pin it every single time. I'm basically talking how to destroy this tank already. Leaving that for a different video. There's artillery. He's an auto-reloader, remember? And he's going to kill us. I don't even know why I fixed that. Because I was going to fix I was going to use my repair kit and the first aid kit. I don't remember what I just used first. But as soon as I fixed it, I was like, wait a second. He's the auto-reloader. I'm going to die anyway. Goodbye. Don't have to use it. So basically, 279E. A lot of armor, but it does have weak points. That could be... You have like a 50% chance of going through its upper plate, especially when firing armor piercing or heat. Doesn't really matter what round you fire. And the spot below the gun, it's gonna... You have 50% chance of going through. But the cupola, most of your chance you have is to go through the cupola. Best point is the cupola. So that was a victory. We made 15,000 silver, did 3,200 damage, and fired 14 shots and hit 14 of them. 8 penetrated, and that's it. I didn't want to. Basically, I was showing you what the 279E does while you're driving it, and also while you're fighting it. That's basically what I wanted that gameplay to showcase. Fighting one, and also driving one. That's one of the best games I had that showcase both of those happening at the same time. And also, plus, they were firing premium and I was firing standard. So you can see what rounds were doing what. If you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, remember to suck fish because why was that? And peace out. See ya.